Annie Armstrong lived a long time ago. She and her brother James loved going to church with their parents. They would ride in a carriage pulled by a horse. Annie loved to sing in church. She and James also liked to go to the big river in the city where they lived and watch big boats come in. Annie and James would see many people from other countries who were on the big ships. Many of these people didn't speak English. She could tell that the people seemed lonely and scared because they were in a new country and didn't know the language and how to talk to people. Later, as Annie Armstrong grew, she told missionaries about the people who needed to learn English. Soon, the missionaries were able to start teaching English to the people who arrived on the big ships. When Annie grew up, she taught a Sunday school class for children. The children loved being in her Sunday school class. Annie would take the children on picnics and have parties for them. Every year, Annie had a Christmas party for the children who did not have parents. She helped them and told them about Jesus and how much he loved them. She also helped the children learn about missionaries and the different kinds of work they did. Annie Armstrong knew that some Native American children did not have many clothes to wear. She went to some of the women in her church and asked them to help sew clothes so the children would have enough to wear. The missionaries were helping the children, but they didn't have enough money to buy all the clothes that were needed. When the women in Annie's church made new clothes, they sent them to the children. How happy this made the children. Now everyone had new clothes to wear. Annie Armstrong would see children who were orphans on the streets in her city. Orphans do not have parents to care for them. Annie knew those children needed new clothes, toys, and school supplies. At Christmas time, Annie told the children in her church about the orphans. She asked them to bring money. She thanked them for the money they brought and explained that now the orphans would have what they needed. The children in Annie's church were happy to help her. Later, Annie Armstrong learned that people in Cuba needed a church building. Annie knew that the people in Cuba didn't have enough money to build the building, so she asked women in the United States to give dimes to help. Those dimes added up to be enough to build a new church building for the people in Cuba. Annie Armstrong was a helper, and she always told the people she helped about Jesus. Soon she was a very old lady. One of her friends came to her and said, "All the women want to do something to thank you for all you have done to help missionaries. We have decided to name a special offering for missions for you." Today, people give money to the Annie Armstrong Easter offering for North American missions to help missionaries in North America tell people about Jesus. Here are some questions to ask your children about what we just read and some additional facts about Annie Armstrong's life.